Whoa! Oh no. What happened there? Welcome back to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Martin, aka Hillstash. Thanks for watching. I enjoy making these. I believe this is episode now 27, perhaps. So that was embarrassing, the previous episode, crashing on Duna when I'm supposed to be doing a rescue mission. And unfortunately, I just can't remember Kerbal's name right now. He's died. We'll have to build a monument for him on Duna somewhere. Or leave a, what was that rolled across? Was it a landing leg or was that a separator? I can't remember. Anyway, so we're going to have to do Duna Rescue, take 2. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can make any design changes, and I'll meet you at the pad. Doing some testing, and I guess that connection broke. That's the first time that's happened. That's going to be a heck of a re-entry. It's got to be 70 tons or something ridiculous like that, maybe more. Yeah, probably a lot more. More in the 200-ton range or something. Anyway. Also, the previous test I had, I wonder if they're still going. Yeah, I had a slight explosion. Just apparently after getting to orbit, because it looks like that junk may be permanently in orbit. I just can't tell what the... Oh, look at those low altitude though. It's actually only 30-some... Maybe it'll re-enter. 30-some thousand feet there. Yeah, let's hope the engine says, yeah, that's low enough. You're not actually in orbit. That's a lot of pieces. Anyway, back to testing. For interest's sake, when I got this into orbit and realized that I was not in the correct place for going to Duna, interest's sake, then I decided, oh, well, let's just let Mechjeb land this and learn from it, get a feel for how it does. So I've ejected the, possibly too early, but I ejected the second or third stage now, and of course it did not have the thrust-to-weight ratio to land on Kerbal, and I don't think it has the thrust-to-weight ratio to land on Duna either. But we'll find out when we get there with it. So yeah, this is interesting. What else did I want to talk about? Well, I did a little bit of calculations for interest's sake when I hit Duna there. I did some calculations that, and I'm clearly wrong because this thing weighs 52 tons. Oh no, I guess I estimated 35 tons hit Duna at around 100 meters a second, and I thought, oh well, I can calculate how many joules of force that was, and I think it was 174 million joules of energy were dissipated when my craft hit Duna there. I thought, okay, well, what's that in equivalent to tons of TNT and so forth? And anyway, it was pathetic amounts. It was like 400 kilograms of TNT or something, but I thought it would be a lot more interesting than that. But I guess if you consider how energetic TNT can be, oh hey, there goes that stage over there. Presumably, maybe it'll hit the ocean. Where are we currently aiming here? Oh yeah, so it's going to have to do a burn, presumably, soon. Yeah, anyway, I was, decelerating. some point, it's decelerating? I don't have to control the thrust, do I? No, I'm not in control of the thrust. I mean, I guess the aim looks really good actually, so it doesn't need to be doing anything till we actually land, or are going to land. I'm a little worried it's coming in perhaps a little too close to the tower. Of course, earlier on when it did the deorbit burn, I got to learn how, I got to see where it put the point to drop down, so that helps again a little bit with learning how to do these sorts of things. Not just trial and error. This is MechJeb learning. Oh, something blew up somewhere. No. That might have been... No, there was no way that... Other parts, I guess, perhaps. Anyway, this thing's got tons of thrust, here, even for here on Kerbal. Although, again, I really don't want to use all this fuel even landing on Duna. I should have done what Scott Manley did and does a suicide burn right near the end, but I don't even have a feel for... And I could have probably raised that up. I didn't need to touch down this lightly. Waste more fuel. Impressive aim, though. I must say, that is impressive. Okay, well that gives me a feel for some of the landing, so I'll be back. Okay, we're back to the pad. I think I neglected to rename the ship to another one, but we'll just assume maybe it is, or maybe other things were just testing and didn't have official flight numbers. So this is, I guess, Scalzi 38 or 37. I can't remember which. 38 probably. Adwell's in. Another Kerbal poofed back to his home, and it's going to show me his name, Ludwin or something like that. Ludrim Kerman somehow survived, leaping out of this 100-some meters in the air. So he's gonna. I walked him over painfully at 1 frame a second to watch the launch. Hopefully he doesn't get incinerated. There is 24,600 kilonewtons of force coming out the bottom of this rocket. Starts at 1,015 tons. After 30 seconds, it's lost over 200 tons of mass, and it's only gotten up to 3,000 meters or something like that. It's rather humorous. Anyway, let's try to do this again, and we shouldn't have too much trouble. MechJeb kind of doing the launch for us. I'll fast forward till we're up in orbit type areas. So here we are again. Something's going on with this. Wonder if this will make it better. No. Not horribly critical with all the stuff going on here. Slightly lower Apple apps this time. Hoping to have even a little bit more fuel left over for the interplanetary burn, but we'll see. Burn a little RCS. Not too much. Okay. So I was trying to think also of things that I could have done. Just gotta watch this time here. I don't want to get things I could have done on Duna to not screw up. I think the landing sequence, changing it when I got there due to low fuel in these stages, was possibly an error. I think ejecting this and trying to land on these as landing legs would have been a better idea, because my landing legs are out on here. It would have dropped off a bunch of extra weight, and even though these don't have a ton of thrust, I don't know, might have been enough with that less weight. might have left us a little bit long. Pitch up a bit. Again, what am I hoping for? 1900 meters a second, something like that. Yeah, somewhere around 1900. And this thing should get me orbital with fuel to spare. So already looking pretty good. I guess I'm wasting a little bit by not pointing at my prograde, but I kind of need a little bit just to not lose my apoaps. 73 and 86 and 581 liters. A little bit more. Got a little bit better every time. So that's pretty good. That makes me happy. So I know 150 will be somewhere around here. And maybe a little bit more. Okay, good enough. Yeah, some efficiencies. Surely. You do want to, okay, so we're wanting to go out like this. So you want to burn kind of when you're, and we're traveling already. The whole planet that we're system on is traveling, in the northwards direction on my screen currently. So you want to kind of pop out going that direction. So this is it. This is the interplanetary burn. Getting rid of this fuel first, which is great that we can do that. Now there's the big burn. This one's going to be the long one, so again I'll probably be fast forwarding. So there we have an escape. 3 days to get there, 19 hours. I am going to go to the escape this time before 13,252, 13,427. Yep, not a big difference yet. Going to get to the escape, and then so that was the escape from the Kerbal system. Used most of this tank of fuel. I can't remember what we were at last time. Didn't we only have we burned 1,000 just to even get in orbit, and I don't remember. Anyway, tons left here, hopefully, because we got to burn a bunch now. So there we have it. Still something going on there. I don't think I've had to go out quite so far. Burn maybe a little more fuel than I had wanted to. Anyway, I mean the angle thing that I'm using to measure is not super accurate. But anyway, we're there. Don't remember how much fuel I had at this point last time. Might check on that just for fun. So I'll bring it around to where we're a little closer to Duna and adjust the orbit there. Somehow I had 2,300 liters of fuel left last time. I had like 700 liters in here. I don't really understand. If anyone else is knowledgeable, if Scott Manley happens to be watching, for instance, what is the difference? Because now I have a whole lot less fuel when I get there. I don't know. Alright, We're not aborting yet. Okay, went a little closer than I wanted. But we should be able to see things a little better then. So we are... Okay. I mean, this is going to be the big moment of truth when I hit that encounter. Is that periaps still going to be 100,000 meters? Because I kind of need it to be. I am much lower on fuel this time than last time for some reason. I can't use my lander stage for correcting the orbits to get in this close to do aero braking. It has to be with this interplanetary stage. Otherwise, I'm not going in for a landing. I'm going into orbit. There's just... Okay. That's looking good. Right? Right? Oh, yes. Wow, look at that angle. Okay, where are we? Where do we want to point? Or 12. And how much velocity do I have? 1481 right now. I mean, that's going to be up in the 4,000 meter a second range. So the worst thing that could happen, well, let me think again here. The worst thing that can happen is I would get captured, right? And if I get captured, I'm actually not that far from Doctorow. So bringing it down a little further wouldn't be a horrible thing. I'm going to do it with RCS just to be a little bit more in control. Let's bring it right down to 9. It could be really dangerous. The other worst thing, of course, would be skipping through and not killing enough speed. So that I don't want to do because then I'd need to burn more of my own fuel. I'd much rather use as much atmosphere as possible. And that's it. We are heading into Duna. Not what I want to see in the near future on escape trajectory out of Duna. I'd like to see orbiting Duna. And Ludrum was sitting back there at the... oh, good, everything's back. Ludrum was sitting there back at the... actually, we're probably going to want retrograde. Actually, we're probably going to want normal. No, rad plus. Keep changing my mind. I'll have to switch from rad plus to retrograde if this aero brake doesn't go well. But if it's going too well, I need to be able to point up, and it's going to eventually come back to there, and burn to escape again, if need be. I wonder if I was miscalculating this, and I'm going to be a little low. Now that I'm closer, let's see. Oh, we're right, because the planet spins, and now he's way over here. Keep neglecting to take that into account. So, if I RCS on, oh, it takes a lot more power to raise it now. Let's just try to be a little safer, burn a little bit of fuel there. Not too much, of course. RCS, don't want to leave that on. So we're at 117 there. We still have 1,600 liters amongst all these tanks. It's not too bad. We're under 1,000 kilometers. So let's accelerate in a little bit. Oh, laggy lag. Okay. 1,900 meters a second. I must have been very wrong about the speeds. Maybe I'm thinking in terms of Kerbal speeds. If you're coming in an escape trajectory into Kerbal, your speeds must be much higher. Again, I don't know the mass of Duna, so that could be part of the problem. Whoops. That's too low. Burning a little more fuel. Alright, let's see now. So we're still on an escape trajectory, right? Yeah. Well, let's hope when we start aerobraking that comes in. If not, we gotta burn more fuel. And now I'm down to 40 liters in this and 1600. So 1640 liters. Again, I want this to be part of my descent stage as well. There we are, we're in the atmosphere. Just about to start feeling effects. Alright, apoaps. Currently minus 926. It's got to come down to a positive number. I guess that's probably infinity is kind of what that's indicating, but it's giving a bit of a scale. It should start coming. Oh, it's going to count up, right? Of course, that makes sense, right? It'll count up to some large and infinite number, I guess. Of course, this is quite beautiful. I just love Duna. It's great. Okay, good. That's gone up. Still going up. We're still escaping. Time to periaps, 13 seconds. Guess I should have left it a little lower. So it's gotta swing around. It's coming. Things are getting wonky. Haha! Whoa! Uh-oh. What's going on there? Why is that coming in so much now? What's our altitude? 10,000. Okay, we're past periaps. It should be slowing. As long as that apoap stays. No, probably don't need to actually. As long as it stays up in the around 100 would be nice. Okay. So the periaps is now, oh shoot. How far are we still in the atmosphere here? Oh, we're starting to come out. So there's some knowledge there for people about how far down you can go and stuff before it starts to capture you. So 14 or 15 is somewhere around here. I went in a little deep. I thought I was going to have a lot more velocity to kill. I suppose we're not even at, oh, we're close to. So we are going to have to bring it up again too when we get there. The more times I do this, the better I'll get at it. And I certainly plan on coming back to Duna. It is very enjoyable. Okay, I'm just going to raise the apoaps up again a little bit. Maybe 40 or so. It's probably good. So maybe I'll just circularize it. Let's see what MechJeb says for Delta V2. They tell you about things like that, like circularizing, how much you'd need. 35 meters a second, so Not much. We don't want to... Was that going down too? It is. Nice. Okay. There we go. Love it. That was quick and easy. So I guess I'm probably just going to let this run for a bit, and I'll bring you back in when Jober is back in daylight. One thing I'm going to do as well, before I get too much further, I'm going to change the inclination. This is apparently fairly costly to do. Good enough. Yikes, that was a lot of fuel. 20 times 8. Yeah, 100 some liters of fuel. 160 or 150 or so liters. Scary. Anyway, not really any closer to daylight over here. I'll be back. Just doing a pass over here of Jober and his craft, and a piece of debris from the previous failed mission. Meanwhile, my craft spins and spins. So we're good, pretty good for inclination. Not gonna have to mess with much there, which is good because otherwise I burn that fuel in waste. I still may have. There's a good chance I could have just waited till the orbits lined up, but waiting here at 10 times normally is tedious. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I wonder if it's close enough. Is it close enough to... No. Oh, you can use the map view? This might be news to me. Possibly news to me. Get out, Jober. Get out, get out. Let's look up somewhere. Uh-oh. Why can't I see it? Let's get back inside. Maybe I need to be inside to see? Yeah, I didn't see that either. Okay. Oh, and there's Ike up overhead. There they go. You can imagine that instead of a pink square kind of diamond, it'd be really neat if you could actually see them kind of like a satellite going overhead, just a bright dot. How inspiring would that be to Jober, sitting down here knowing that salvation, his rescue, is only that many days away. He's been out here 1,084 days. Mission time. So there they go. I can warp more when I'm here. Aha! This is brilliant. Hope I didn't leave the RCS on. Okay. One of the things I was thinking about was the shallower I come in, the more aero braking I get. So that's something I'm actually going to try to do. I, again, have no idea how wise this is. Should be a little more daylight down here now. There we are, the sun is up. Retrograde. Oh, I'm nervous. I do not want to screw this up twice. Let's kill that. Kill that. Just gonna do a dual purpose. I want to go a little bit north to bring up my angle here, as well as kill off the velocity. So do them both at the same time. Assume the dot is the center there as well. So get in there. That's probably pretty good for that. Burn off some RCS fuel, lighten the load a little. 80.7 tons we are. I mean, that's a pretty massive amount of mass, I guess, to be considering landing on Duna. I don't know how far to overshoot it. How was I last time? I thought I was okay last time with overshooting and such. At least we'll take stock. Say that's good for now and take stock when we're getting a little closer. Thrust to weight ratio is now over 2. 80.5 tons. About 1,000 seconds to go before periaps, but periaps, of course, is in the ground here somewhere, so it's actually less than 1,000 seconds probably before we're down. I don't think I've been this nervous before a landing before. Am I thinking I want to go a little bit north more? Fix it now. It's a little less fuel to fix it now, as opposed to when I'm screaming overhead. I'm making assumptions, of course, about where the center of things are and such, but I guess, it just takes so much work to get to Duna. You just don't want to. It takes so much work to get anywhere interplanetary. You don't want to mess it up. My my rule on auto saving and quick saves and such is that I don't do it unless the only time I will use a quick save and reload from it is when I landed on Gillian and couldn't hit the surface of it. I sunk in below. I had to use a quick save there because in that case that was a glitch. That was a bug. That wasn't my fault. If it's my fault, I live with the consequences. So I'm going to RCS. Oops. Well, 80 tons now. I'm going to warp till we hit the atmosphere. That was quick. Okay. Oh, we're atmosphere, so I can still go 4 times. Adwell, he's stoic. He's feeling pretty good. How are you feeling, Adwell? Yeah, well, I'd be a little nervous too. I should put you in command instead of me. I could always use MechJub as well, but I would, of course, really rather not. I really need to be watching this fuel. Okay, so then that ejects, and we fire these, which have a great ISP in the atmosphere. And hopefully we do not burn through 8 fuel tanks. And let's see. If we can get landed with minimal amounts of this fuel burned, it'd be an incredibly good thing. And That's the plan anyway. So far I'm still feeling really good. This is how I envisioned things to be going. A good amount of fuel left in the interplanetary stage, because I also envisioned that it should have enough to be a lander stage as well. That mountain's a little disconcerting. Wasn't I retrograde last time too? Okay, there they are. 100 kilometers away, coming in at just under 900 meters a second. This is nice and shallow. Okay, true altitude is coming up on 15 kilometers. So we got a little mountain in the way, though. I have nervousness about it. I think this is looking good. If I clear this mountain, and I think I should, I don't know whether to go retrograde or rad plus. If things go horribly awry, rad plus will save me. My speed is now dropping, so this is good. I'm now using the atmosphere to brake. Don't need a lot of RCS fuel, but I want a little bit. Whew. I've seen Kurt JMac get nervous before on things like this. Especially the Minecraft Ultra Hardcore series. This is nothing compared to that. If this was multiplayer and I had someone waiting for me, maybe. Oh no, they're right down there. Oh shoot. I'm gonna overpass them, aren't I? I thought I had to go over this mountain. Oh, made a mistake again. So, Jober might have to do a little bit of walking. Okay, true altitude, 3 kilometers. That's low. The speed's coming down. Not coming down fast enough, though. Nope, we've messed it up again. I can't believe I messed it up again. Oh well, thanks for watching. We'll try to get this right someday. My name is Martin. Like and subscribe if you enjoy watching me fail.